Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode here on European Confessions. The following story that you're going to be listening to, it comes from a translation of a message that I received, and the translation of that message, it reads like this. Hello, Badananshi, how are you? Can you please post my own story as hidden identity? I am a woman. I am a Venda-speaking woman who is staying here in Johannesburg. I honestly never thought that I'll end up staying here in Johannesburg, but this is where I am currently, and I can't return back home. Whenever I move around, I make sure that I move around with my car that always had tinted glasses. Even if I buy a car, before I can even drive it, even at the dealership, those are some of the things that I request on that vehicle. And I was even thinking of getting like my face redone because of the rituals that I did when I went to Mozambique. So I was told that I can live like literally forever, enjoying life, as long as I do not come across someone that knows me from back in Venda, and this person is supposed to recognize me. As long as I meet someone and they do not recognize me, like my relatives, the people that know me back from the village where I come from, then I won't die. But the moment that they will set their eyes on me and then they recognize me and say that, but this is Ropiwa, not my real name, I just gave myself this name so that you can understand my story, then they will know that it is me. And after they would have known that it is I will die immediately, or I can start running mad. Most of the people that you see running mad, it is not because they are just mentally ill. The majority of them, it is because of some of the things that they did, like stealing from someone, or taking another woman's husband, or even being bewitched because you had a good wedding, your marriage is okay, then your friends or your relatives or someone bewitches you, or you were finding success in life, and then they see that if they can make you to go mad, then it means that your future is lost. So everyone that is running mad, that is a mental illness, there is always something, there is a story to that, as far as I know, because of the things that I was told in Mozambique. Before I had gone to Mozambique, I was studying at Univen. I came from a very poor family, but I was very bright in school. When I was now studying, that was when I became friends with this other girl. Like, she was from Guyana, but her father was staying in Mukopane. That was where he was staying. So this girl, like, she was fast. She had grown up in Joburg, staying with one of her aunties, so she knew the fast life. And us village girls, we knew that you do not have to do what you want simply because you are no longer staying with your parents. It was like your parents, they can even see you even if you are far away. That is what my mom used to say. I can see you, Ropiwa, wherever you are, I will see you. And I was always scared to even date because I kept on thinking, what if my mom is watching me right now and she used to whip the hell out of you even if you did not do anything. So when I was staying with this girl, like, she was fire, she was beautiful, she was loved by every man, and above it all, she was someone that knew how to handle men. She only dated men if they were giving her money. With her beauty, she will stoop so low to date guys. Like, we had these other guys that were selling stuff in Louis Trichardt by that mall. That was where they were selling some stuff, like regular stuff, like brooms, and they were from Zim. She will date and sleep around with those men. They will call her and she will go and sleep there simply because she wanted those people to give her money. So I kept on borrowing money from her because my parents, they were poor and they could not afford to give me what I wanted at all the times. So I had to get by, and my mom always told me that what was more important was that I was supposed to graduate and I was supposed to get a good job so that I can assist my other young siblings. That was the mission of the family, and everyone in my family was rallying behind me. And people thought that indeed, with the way that I was bright, I was going to graduate and I was going to get a great job. So staying with this girl, it really messed up my life. I do not want to lie to you, because even though we used to drink, like the way that we used to drink was maybe it's just weekend and then you go to the groove with your friends, you drink, you just have nice fun, and then you return back home. But when I was around that girl, like, she always had alcohol all the times. She would even date men over the internet, and then those guys will give her money so that she can at least send them some nude pictures, and she'll be chatting with those people and they'll be doing sexting or even some video calls. So I ended up getting used to that, man calling him, and she'll be busy removing her clothes and dancing for those men. So when I would borrow her money, she will give me, but only give me after she would have complained, hey, you are always like this, why is it that you do not want to do what I am doing? You act as if like you are more than holy, more than the way that I am holy, but you just have to do this in order for you to be self-sustainable. Until she convinced me, after I had tried to borrow money from her. After I had tried to borrow money from her, she then said, I'm not going to give you any more money because you keep on asking for money from me. How about you do it on your own? So, Brother Nashim, I finally agreed, and then that was when she told me that there was this other guy that she knew, and if I could date that guy, then the guy would give me money. He was from outside of the country. That is how I ended up getting involved in prostitution. This guy, I would sleep with him. What they used to do, they would go and they would cut some wood and they would sell off that wood. So they were making a little bit of money, because this wood, they used to steal it in the mountains and they would sell it off to people. They were making a little bit of money. He even bought a car doing the hustle that he was doing. So that guy, when I slept with him for money, he started passing me around. He was like, I know that you are a university student and you want to achieve whatever that you want to achieve, but you must be clever. You and I, we are dating. There are times when I don't have money. How about we make an arrangement that whenever I want your cookie, you can give it to me, but I will make other plans for you, not like cash. I can find boyfriends for you. Some of these boyfriends that I can find for you, they are the people that I work with and they are from my country. I was like, okay, that's cool, we can do that. So, Brother Nashib, we then started doing that, me and this guy. Each and every time whenever I wanted some money, the guy then would give me some boyfriends that I would sleep with, and later on, if it was okay, then I would also sleep with him. So that was what was happening between me and that guy. So this was like another level of prostitution that I was getting myself involved in, until me and that girl, we started going to different taverns, going to different clubs, just prostituting ourselves. She then told me that school was boring. I was like, what do you mean when you say that school is boring? She was like, there is too much unemployment. Even if we graduate, we're not gonna make it. School is boring. Let us find something else to do. Like this girl, the way that she was manipulating me, I really do not know. She managed to tell me that if we move out of the and if we start staying in Mukupane, then we can make some money. She used to show me some bank statements from her friends, and her friends were like killing it each and every month. Her friends that were prostituting themselves, they were making around 12, 13, even 14k. I was like, wow, this is a lot. And if we just drop out of varsity, then we can at least start a new life. I then ran away from Venda with my best friend, and we started staying in Mukupane. Since we were new in town, like every truck driver wanted us. There were these other truck drivers that used to pick us up, and you will sleep with a guy until we moved out of Mokopane, and then we came to Johannesburg. We hustled and we hustled, always doing that hustle of like selling our pictures to other guys. Some of them we will scam them. You just go on the internet and you download some nude pictures and you edit them, and then you start to send those ones to a guy, and you will think that they are your pictures, but you'll just be lying to that guy. So as time went on, that was when I started to date different types of guys, until I started dating this other Mozambican guy. He used to come to South Africa, and when he would come to South Africa, he would buy tomatoes, potatoes, and then you would go to his country to sell them off. He had his own truck, so he would pick me up and I would drive with him all the way to their border, and I would return back with a bus or a taxi. That was our arrangement, and he was a good man that was paying me very well, and I was enjoying life. And my parents, they would complain. I told them that I had gotten a job in Joburg, but I was just lying. I was still returning back home at that time because I had not done any rituals. Then it happened that there was this other Nigerian guy that I became friends with. This Nigerian guy, he nearly got me in trouble. I can say that that is how I eventually got into these money-making rituals. He told me that there were some things, some items, a parcel that I was supposed to go with to Durban. When I went to Durban, we were caught, but we were later released. When we were caught, my brother, we were told that these were drugs, but the police ended up taking the drugs. I don't think that those drugs ever went anyway because they released us. We then returned back to Joburg. Those guys, the Nigerian guys, they started hunting us down like we were dogs, because they were like, how is it possible that we gave you 2 kilos of cocaine and you say that you are arrested, and after you say you are arrested, then you are still walking free? How is it even possible? So that was the beginning of my problems. Like, I was always indoors as a prostitute. How can you always be indoors? You try to rely on the internet. I would go on Facebook trying to find some customers, but most of these guys on Facebook, they will just waste your time. Hey, can I see your breast? Can I see this? Can you just come to my place so that we can do whatever that we want to do? So hooking up on Facebook is like a no. You will waste your time with those guys. They just want to see your body, and that's it. I started to struggle, and I then called that Mozambican guy. I was like, looking for a job. You said that you know a lot of Mozambicans that owns supermarkets here in Joburg. Anything, it is okay. They then said, why waste your time? You know, there was a place where I wanted to take you to here in Mozambique. Do you think that you want to go with me? And I was like, yeah, if you want me to go with you, there is no problem at all. So me and this guy, we ended up going to his country. When we went to his country, then he showed me this traditional healer, and he told me that the traditional healer was going to assist me. My brother, me and that guy, we were at the traditional healer's place and we were being assisted. I was then told that in order for me to make money, I was supposed to sell off my womb. And I was like, hey, selling off my womb, so you say, okay, what am I supposed to do? The healer then said, since you are scared, because I was really scared to sell my womb to that traditional healer, he then said, okay, it's fine. If you are scared of selling your womb, it is quite easy. What we are going to do right here is that we are going to do another ritual. So this ritual that he was suggesting that I do, he told me that these were the rituals that most Mozambicans that are very wealthy do. They come to South Africa and then they never leave. They will be staying in South Africa like forever. He said to them, it is quite easy, since they are like Mozambicans, it is quite easy for them not to be afraid when they are in South Africa. But as for me, he said that it is going to be very difficult. I then told him that I was willing to do anything. He asked me, will you be able to live all of your life without ever visiting your village, never seeing your parents ever again in your life? At that time, I thought that it was something that was just easy. I then told him that I could do that he then started with the process, and I was told that in my entire life I am never supposed to visit my family. And when my father passed away, I just saw on Facebook that my father had passed away, because I use a ghost account right now on Facebook. So we returned back to South Africa, and my Mozambican boyfriend assisted me with some business deals, and I was able to start my small supermarket. From there on, then I started a small restaurant, which I'm still running to this very day. I live in a gated community, but I live a secret life, and I'm always scared. Like, I don't have any freedom at all. I can't move around like the way that I want to. I do not have freedom whatsoever, because I'm always scared that if I come across someone that comes from my village, then it means that I'm going to die. I was told that I would die instantly. This is my own confession. When you post my story, please tell me. I'll be following through in the comment section. Dear listeners, right there was a message that was sent to me by one of our dear sister. Strange things indeed they do happen in this world. Let us try to speak with our dear sister in the comment section. Can you imagine? She's saying that ever since she came to Johannesburg, she has never left Johannesburg, and she's always driving around with these cars that have tinted windows, because she is scared that she might be seen by people that know her from the village where she comes from in Venda. Strange things indeed they do happen in this world. Let us meet again in another episode.